How did I end up making a presentation about porn-induced erectile dysfunction? About 8 years ago, men started showing up on my wife's forum asking for help with their porn addictions. Her website and forum had nothing to do with porn or porn addiction. It was about relationships and the neurobiology of mating and bonding. The website had articles about the effects of sex on the brain, the neurochemistry of love, the Coolidge effect, etc. Google had put certain keywords together: ejaculation, dopamine, reward circuit, erection, and addiction, and that's what attracted them. They stayed and started helping each other, and we just watched. Google archived their posts, and soon there was a flood of guys looking for help. They were desperate because they had these sexual issues: unexplained ED, delayed ejaculation, no longer being turned on by real partners, and escalation of porn that did not match their original taste or sexual orientation. To their amazement and ours, these problems healed when they eliminated porn. We felt compelled to get the word out because of stories like this one. My erectile dysfunction started about 10 years ago. I've spent thousands of dollars on doctors, including a well-known neurologist specializing in ED. Had to travel a couple hundred miles for that one. Thousands on tests, thousands on pills, and it turns out all I had to do was quit fapping to porn. Unreal." End quote. And another: I've suffered from ED and premature ejaculation for 14 years. My ED has been very serious. No meds worked for me. Not Viagra, not cavernous body auto-injection. Official diagnosis: venous leakage. No hope for healing. The doctor told me about a penis prosthesis. 91 days, serious ED is cured. Mild anxiety and mild depression also cured. End quote. I've seen thousands of stories just like these two on forums all over the web. I want to emphasize that these are ED recovery stories. That is, young men with unexplained erectile dysfunction who healed their ED by removing a single variable: porn use. Now, up until a few years ago, few doctors made the connection between internet porn use and sexual problems such as ED and low libido. One exception was psychiatrist Norman Doidge, who wrote about porn-induced ED in his 2007 bestseller, The Brain That Changes Itself. Here's a quote from Chapter 5. During the mid to late 1990s, when the internet was growing rapidly and pornography was exploding on it, I treated or assessed a number of men who all had essentially the same story. They reported increasing difficulty in being turned on by their actual sexual partners, spouses or girlfriends, though they still considered them objectively attractive. Doidge continues, "Today young men who surf porn are tremendously fearful of impotence, or erectile dysfunction as it is euphemistically called. The misleading term implies that these men have a problem in their penises, but the problem is in their heads. It rarely occurs to them that there may be a relationship between the pornography they are consuming and their impotence." End quote. In early 2011, other experts started to speak out. Head of the Italian Society of Andrology, urologist Carlo Foresta, said, "Internet porn is killing young men's sexual performance." Foresta continued, "It starts with low reaction to porn sites, then there is a general drop in libido, and in the end it becomes impossible to get an erection." End quote. By 2013, the list of experts was expanding. Popular medical show, Dr. Oz, did a program on porn-induced erectile dysfunction. Urology professor Andrew Kramer, psychiatrist Sue Varma, and sexologist Ian Kerner discussed patients they had treated. In early 2014, professor of urology at Harvard Medical School and author of 4 books on men's health, Dr. Abraham Morgentaler, said, "It's hard to know exactly how many young men are suffering from porn-induced ED, but it's clear that this is a new phenomenon and it's not rare." End quote. In 2014, Dr. Harry Fish, professor of urology at Cornell University and the author of The New Naked, had several things to say about porn's possible effects. Here's just a few. "When I say that porn is killing America's sexual behavior, I am not kidding, nor am I exaggerating. I can tell how much porn a man watches as soon as he starts talking candidly, about any sexual dysfunction he has. A man who masturbates frequently can soon develop erection problems when he's with his partner. Add porn to the mix and he can become unable to have sex." End quote. While more and more clinicians are making the connection between internet porn and sexual dysfunctions, others remain oblivious, including most researchers.